This week, today's homeowner is on the road in Michigan to visit with the winner of our Dream Kitchen Sweepstakes. She's getting a brand new kitchen, and you'll see it come together right here. It is cold in Michigan today. We're right outside Detroit in West Bloomfield, and the owner of this home is the winner of the Today's Dream Kitchen Sweepstakes, sponsored by Merillat. Kimberly Osborne was one of 10,000 people that entered this contest, and her dream kitchen renovation is about to get underway. I'm glad we're inside today. Kim and her husband Josh have only been in this home for a few years, and the dated kitchen has been on their list of things to improve, but they haven't been able to get to it until now. Well, now, a lot of people enter contests, but also some of those same people never think they will ever win. Did you go through that?
Oh, we did, but only my husband. I had a feeling we were going to win.
Oh, that's good. You just had a hunch.
I did. I had this feeling. We've had so much with this house that something great had to happen.
I know you and Josh have done a lot of work around here. What are some of the projects you've taken on?
We've actually gone through a lot. We went from a flat roof to a pitched roof. We added a bonus room, all new windows, all new floors, all new ceilings, all new walls. Pretty much a whole new house.
You just love it. Love the remodeling, huh?
No. But we love the final product.
Exactly. Well, now, what about the kitchen? What are some of the things that have been aggravating you that are really motivating the change?
First and foremost is appliances. They have failed us from the get-go. Leaky dishwasher and whatnot, so that's really exciting. The functionality of the kitchen actually also is a little questionable. We have the fridge, we have the stove, we have the sink, all on the same side. We have a lot of countertop on the other side, which is great, but it's going to be nice once we actually have all it together to be able to put it all together in a triangular and lots of space moving around.
Sounds like you have some good ideas. Yeah. Now, whether you win a kitchen renovation contest or not, the design plays a big part in its success.
That often starts with a trip to a kitchen showroom like this and enlisting the help of a professional designer like Sandra Daubenmeyer.
Hi.
Hey, Sandra. Love this place.
Great.
It's like old home week for me.
Let me show you around.
Sure. I really love what you've done with the Osborne kitchen. Where were the challenges with that?
It's a galley kitchen, but there was challenges because we wanted to add a lot of different work zones in there. We were able to put a bar area in and also put a desk area with a pantry and a island area for eating. So it's really coming along.
So let me test your design skills here, okay?
All right.
I've got this idea in mind. I want a kitchen this big, and I've got a budget this big. What do I do?
Well, we usually start by showing you some options.
Okay.
And really seeing what options you're interested in and whether they fit in your budget or not. So we usually call them the apple pie items. We kind of try to put everything in there, and then we'll decide what you really want out of the, the special features that are in there. So one of those items would be something like, glass cabinets. And the types of glass that you put in the cabinets, and then also the matching interior of the cabinets, and whether you want something like that. A great thing is angled corner cabinets to really just kind of break up just the straight lines to give a diagonal look to it.
I even like the furniture pieces that makes it look less like a cabinet,
right,
and more like something custom built.
Yeah, the legs are very popular. Legs and feet and furniture toe kicks are very popular.
Let's look at some more things.
While they're doing that, the work has started back at Kim's house, and that means the old has to come out before the new can go in. Al and Brian are the guys from KSI who are making this happen, and they have their hands full. There aren't any walls being moved here, but everything in between them is changing, so it all has to go. That can be both exciting and a little unnerving for homeowners like Josh and Kim. In an effort to recycle whatever they can, the couple has chosen to donate the cabinets that are being removed to their local Habitat for Humanity restore. With the space empty, the minor plumbing and electrical changes can be made, and of course, that also means there's some drywall repair to do before rebuilding starts. Al, Brian, this is looking great. Now that they've gotten to this point where all of the inspections are complete, the drywall's finished, they'll be putting in all of the cabinets very, very soon. But this is a good point for me to give you an idea and show you how the design that Sandra created will really come to life. Now, over on this side, of course, kitchen sink right in front of the window. Over here, the refrigerator, and then a cool little appliance garage right here on top of the countertop so they could tuck those appliances away. Then on this side, range and a microwave vent hood above it and plenty of cabinets all the way down. Now right on the corner here will be one of the real unique parts of the design in that we'll have a top cabinet here with glass front doors all the way around and a little bar sink that could also be used as a prep sink right here on the corner. Now, this kitchen is going to be a lot bigger than the previous kitchen because of this additional cabinetry, as well as this whole wall will be utilized with a countertop that runs across, a little knee space, a couple lap drawers, more cabinets, and then it'll all be finished off with this great island right in the middle of this space. I can't wait to see this thing come together. But first, let's step off and see what Joe has for this week's Simple Solution.
Drilling large diameter holes means either using a spade bit or a hole saw. Now, both tools work well, but the problem is when you're drilling straight through a board, you end up blowing out the back and causing splintering. And that's not a problem if you're going through a wall stud or a floor joist, but if you're doing shelving or a door or any finished surface, you want to avoid that, and here's how. What you want to do is drill partway through the board, maybe like halfway through, just until the pilot bit pokes through. Then you're going to flip the board over and finish it from the other side. And let me show you how. So we're going to start, and again, drill about halfway through. You usually feel for the bit. There it is, almost. Perfect. It's just poking through a little bit. Now we're going to flip it around. And there's the pilot hole right there. Put the bit in there and finish drilling. What you end up with is a perfectly clean hole that's smooth on both sides.
This week we're following a kitchen renovation just outside Detroit, Michigan. The project was the grand prize in the Dream Kitchen Sweepstakes we put together with Merillat Cabinets. And the winning homeowners, Josh and Kim Osborne, have been busy making choices and watching their old kitchen be torn apart to make way for the new. The space has been cleared out, the electrical and plumbing changes are done, and now it's time for new cabinets. And the man in charge of making sure that happens perfectly is Al Spezia, the lead carpenter on this project. Al, I know it's always a good point in a kitchen renovation when you finally get to start installing the cabinets.
Yeah, it's a nice feeling. You get everything prepped and the cabinets start going in.
Now, why the base cabinets first? I see most cabinet guys are installing the overhead cabinets first, but what's the deal with that?
Basically, we're on a timeline, so we have to have a granite measure sooner, so we'll set all the base cabinets, get a granite measure, then we start working on uppers.
Yeah, it takes those guys a few days once they get their templates and everything in order to fabricate everything.
Oh yeah,
I guess that makes sense. That way you're not losing a day or two in
Yeah,
between.
we got to keep on a time limit.
Okay. Now what about, I notice here on the bottom you have a series of shims. What's the reason for raising all of the cabinets up?
Well, we raise the cabinets 3/4 of an inch because we're having a 3/4 inch wood floor.
Oh, I see.
The shims are to make sure the cabinets are perfectly level for the granite fabrication and install.
Okay, and that's so important when you're tying in a kitchen like this, because with the hardwood floor back here, you want to make sure that you bring everything, and you have to compensate for that. So that's why early decisions in a kitchen renovation are so important, to decide on exactly what kind of floor is being installed before you ever even install the cabinet. So what's your next step here? I guess finish installing all the base.
Yeah, finish all the base.
Okay, all right, well, we're here to help you out if you need us.
Thanks you.
My offer of help was sincere, but completely unnecessary, because Al and Brian have a ton of experience with this stuff, and they work together very efficiently. The key with cabinets is that all of the faces line up and all the horizontal surfaces need to be flat and level. Otherwise, there will be problems later on with the countertops. Visually, it's also important that the cabinets across the way set at an identical height. So, there's lots of measuring and marking before the cabinets are set in place. Then the base cabinets are all tied together as a unit so that there's no chance of one shifting out of alignment along the way. Systematically checking the level and alignment at every step takes time, but it ensures a flawless result. The same kind of care goes into hanging the wall cabinets too, perfectly aligned and perfectly level. Well, it's starting to look like a kitchen in here. Looks great. I'll tell you, a lot of decisions have been made up to this point, but it looks like Kim has a few more you're struggling with here. How's it going?
It's going great, Danny. I think we finally settled in on a product.
Not easy, huh?
Not at all.
Tell me where everything's going here.
Sure, we've got our granite.
Okay.
And the thing that's great about that is you can see all the sparkle and the shine in there, all that silver.
A little bit of almost a blue cast to it as well.
It's actually called Blue Pearl.
That's all right.
Good eye.
Pretty good.
And we're going to have under cabinet lighting all through here, so that'll really catch nicely.
There you go.
So we've got that. And for the bar area, it's the sexier area of the room. So we're going to do the stainless tile through here.
Oh, a little contemporary looking there.
That's right. That's our style. And then we've also got a glass pencil to separate that to give a good transition between the two.
Okay.
So we'll put the glass pencil there.
Okay.
And then
this next.
That's right.
Boy, the glass tiles and different types of materials that are being used like this, real popular, kind of a still modern, but a little bit of a retro look.
It is, and it's really calming. There's lots of blues and browns, and there were a ton to choose from.
Oh yeah. Speaking of a ton to choose from, what about the paint colors? Look how much you have to choose from here. How was this challenge?
It was very challenging, but Alan was a great help.
Well, good. Well, what do you think so far? I mean, a lot's been taking place here over the last few days. What do you think?
It's unbelievable. The transformation has been really fantastic. We cannot wait. All of this is actually also going to be the transition for the glass cabinetry. We're going with frosted glass for the stemware, the closed for the more cluttered areas of our kitchen. But it's really coming together.
Well, you can get an idea of what it'll look like, but a little more work to be done here. One of the larger items left to be installed is the surround that is being created for the refrigerator. When it's done, it will give the fridge more of a built-in look, and since the cabinet above it can come out flush with the front of the appliance, that space will be more useful too. After it's complete, the other wall cabinets can start going in beside it. Over in the bar area, the remaining wall cabinets also have to be hung, and the support for the desk area is constructed to get ready for the granite tops. While Al and Brian keep pushing to get this thing done, let's check in with Jody for this week's Best New Product.
This is a true story. I was walking down the aisles just now with our director, and we were looking for best new products that we were going to talk about. And he stumbled on this, and we thought, wait a minute, we got to talk about this. This is called the bucket head. And what this is a very simple wet dry vac, and it's very inexpensive. And what you do is once you pull everything out of the box, and this is everything that comes in a box, you get yourself a 5-gallon bucket, and in our case, a little Homer bucket here. Here's another use for another 5-gallon bucket. And you simply just put the little vacuum right over, press it down into place, pull the handle up, and look how transportable and easy this is. This is a simple, inexpensive little wet dry vac. If you don't need to vacuum, check this out. Take this off, spin it around, hook it in on this side, and now you've got a blower. Once again, I don't know who thought this up, but we were pretty darn impressed, and I think you will be too if you get one of these. Very innovative.
Our dream kitchen renovation is really living up to its name as the pieces just keep falling into place. The cabinets are in, the granite counters are done, Kim's cool backsplash design is coming together, and the wood floors are finally finished. This kitchen renovation is far enough along that Kim's now able to kind of stock up the pantry a little bit. And boy, these roll-out trays are great for a pantry because you can see everything you have in the pantry. That's the way it should be. Now, with all the moving parts that you have in any kitchen, there's bound to be a few adjustments that are needed from time to time. And if you have concealed hinges like this, you may have to tweak them a little bit. Now, in this kitchen, everything's been adjusted, but if you have concealed hinges and need to get them working a little bit better, this screw, by just loosening it, you're able to move the hinge up or down. Then, by adjusting the other screw, moves the hinge in or out. That way you can be sure that everything is aligned and it looks right and works the way it should. Hey, here's another great feature. It's called a soft action feature that is basically a little piston here right at the top of the frame. You have just one screw is all it takes to install these. You could actually install these on your existing kitchen cabinets, then just one adjustment screw right on the bottom, just the amount of force that you need so that you can close the door and it'll close nice and quiet. That means a nice quiet kitchen. At least it will be once Kim finishes moving in and completing all the final touches, and that's when we get to take the tour.
Come on, Danny, we'd like to show you around.
Great. Now you guys have put up with all the workmen in your house, a little bit of dust here and there. It's part of a kitchen renovation. What did you think of the overall process?
Oh, very easy actually for us.
A lot of decisions that had to be made.
A ton.
Well, what are some of the decisions that you made that you really like the most?
My favorite part actually is right behind you.
Okay, all right.
This has been great, especially during the holiday season.
Oh, yeah.
The
there you go.
mixing shelf, it's already plugged in 100% of the time. They thought of having the outlet back there. We have the counter space. It's great.
Well, that's perfect. A lot of people don't even realize that type of thing's available so that you can tuck it away like that. Now, what about the drawers? You've put a lot more drawers in here than you had before in the old kitchen.
We have. The drawers are great. Great organization, especially with this great peg
yeah.
system. And what's best is the soft action close.
Yeah, there you go. Keep those fingers from getting pinched in
That's
there.
right. It also works on the cabinets, and it's great because you just...
Boy,
There
I
it
wish I
is.
had that at my house.
Right.
Now, I know this is something that you guys really wanted to accomplish, to have a place to do a little bit of office work and paperwork here, but really not be isolated. I think this turned out great.
Thanks. Yeah, we've got a concept of really wrapping the kitchen around into this space and being able to do a little bit of that office work while still being connected while one of us is in the kitchen doing food prep.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I can see how it worked very well. And I also love the countertop heights, having the 36-inch and you're down to 30, back up to 42. Really kind of helps the eye in terms of the design-wise throughout the whole place. So, but now I understand, Joshua. Kim tells me you'll be spending a lot of time right here. You've got your wine cooler here, all your selections of wine.
We love it.
You got your glasses ready. Hey, not a bad place to hang out.
You know,
That's right.
it's a nice in-between, too. While we're preparing our food, we have the sink here to go along with our bar prep.
Now, I can see you guys sitting here. This used to be a dining room table and converted it to this island. I can see you sitting here relaxing and enjoying the backyard.
Absolutely.
There's an awful lot of kitchen scraps that should be put in your compost pile and not thrown away. Things like eggshells, coffee grounds, even banana peels. But what if you just don't have room for a big compost heap? Or maybe you live in a condo or an apartment but still want to reuse those scraps. Well, here's an idea. Why not make compost in your kitchen? I know that sounds pretty nasty, but there are some innovative indoor compost bins that can really do the job. These self-contained bins allow you to discard your food scraps along with other things like sawdust and paper that'll help balance out the mix. Some even use microorganisms to speed up the decomposition. They also have things like carbon filters to make sure you don't smell any of the compost. It takes anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks for some indoor bins to create a good compost, and when it's ready, use it in your flower beds and gardens. This week we've been transforming Kim and Josh Osborne's suburban Detroit kitchen into a dream kitchen, courtesy of the Dream Kitchen Sweepstakes. The small galley kitchen needed some help both in terms of style and function, so that's just what it got. The new cabinets with their rich dark finish created the contemporary look the Osbornes wanted, with plenty of cool new storage features to smooth out the cooking process. To contrast them, Kim selected a glass tile backsplash to add some color to the room. Stainless steel tiles in select spots set off both the new appliances and the highlights in the granite countertops. Besides making the galley area more functional, we've also expanded the kitchen into the old dining room with a new desk area and island. The cabinets in the granite tie the space together perfectly. There's plenty of entertaining space with the new island and bar situated adjacent to the dining table's new home. It really seems to be a dream come true for this young couple. One thing about being a remodeling contractor, you're able to see a project like this all come together, and you're able to see some great homeowners like Josh and Kim really satisfied with the results. We're glad they were able to get their dream kitchen taken care of by the Merillat Dream Kitchen Sweepstakes. Great people that we worked with up here with Merillat Cabinets, as well as KSI Kitchen and Bath Company here in Detroit, and all the other people that really helped make this dream come true. Hey, from balmy Detroit, Michigan, I'm Danny Lipford. We'll see you next week. Next week, it's all about the fake out. Is it real or isn't it? Are the materials on your home faux or no?